All hail a beard, it's your boy Big Beard B, and we are back for another edition of Big Beard Business. Listen, man, we are here with a fragrance unboxing, all right? The latest and the greatest from the house of Dior is finally here. Now, I think I titled this video something around my first pickup of 2022, when that's a lie. I actually picked this fragrance up in 2021 towards the end, maybe on the 30th, 29th, 28th, something of that nature. And it's been a few days, and here we are with the official unboxing. Now, I was sure not to smell this fragrance in store because I wanted to share this with you specifically. We wanted to do this together. Now, if you know anything about the house of Dior, when it comes down to the Dior Homme lineup, to me, they are like the Jordan 1 of fragrances, right? They release a fragrance, boom, they sit there, let it resonate, and they come back with the same fragrance, just slightly tweaked, and sell it to you yet again. It's like they know what they're doing. They create this mass hysteria around fragrances where they drop them, and people love them, people hate them, and they sit out there. And when everyone begins to get on the same page, they decide to switch things up again and drop something different. We saw that happen in 2020 with the release of Dior Homme, and here we are today with the release of Dior Homme 2021 Sport. Now, the last time they did this was in 2017, which was this one here, and I think that this one did not have a lot of buy-in behind it. People weren't really feeling it, but I did enjoy the fragrance all in itself. Now, as you know, Dior has a wide range of fragrances, and in this Homme line, they have Dior Homme, they have Dior Homme Sport, obviously, as we're talking about today, Dior Homme Eau, which was discontinued, Dior Homme Parfum, which is amazing but difficult to find, and one of my personal favorites, Dior Homme Cologne. Although it doesn't really fit in with the rest of them, that stands out to me. But this one here today, what we're talking about is the Sport. Now, I did pick this one up from Dillard's. It comes with that 2020 type of feel when you see that little slide on and off. We see that with Dior Sauvage, etc. So it's kind of something they've been running around with. Now, the 2017 version of Dior Homme Sport, from what I can recall, was really to pay tribute to the sport of racing. Now, I don't know what 2012 was. I believe before 2017, that's the last time they released it. And I'm not sure what that fragrance was made to pay tribute to in terms of sports. But that one was really around racing. And this one is said to be around boxing, if you listen to the perfumer's notes, right? Some of the words that they list there are really around boxing. Say this like an uppercut, kind of remix things a bit. And as a former fighter, I will let you know if this is like a punch to the gut, make them smell like a skunk. Comment down below if you know what movie that's from. All right, here we go, man. So let me go ahead and unbox this thing. Ooh, that's your little ASMR action. All right, presentation, pretty standard, white box. Nothing more, nothing less. Fuck it. What is this? There is some type of drip on my bottle. Now, this has been happening here recently on unboxings. I've been getting some weird things on my presentation. One of the more recent ones, there were like some type of hair floating around or some type of particles floating around from Maison Margiela. And now we have this here. I'm not sure what it is, but it looks kind of weird. But I digress. All right, let's get down to the distribution on this thing. 1, 2, all right. 2 sprays is all it took. Nice atomizer, not bad. All right, let me spray this one on skin. Now, smelling that in the air, I can tell you that that does not smell like the 2017. That is vastly different in my opinion. I'm going to spray the 2017 here so I can kind of compare them. Yeah, for sure. They are different, and I think it's different in a good way. Now, as I mentioned, a lot of people weren't huge fans of the 2017 version of Dior Homme Sport, and although I did like it, I do like this one a bit better. Now, from what I get with this, I get some freshness on that first spray with this. It's definitely fresh, and you would imagine the fragrance to be fresh with a name like Sport. Now, what I'll tell you, in the air, spraying Dior Homme Sport 2021, I almost got like this barbershop feel or this aromatic feel to it. In the air, this fragrance is bright, fresh, it's vibrant, but it does differ from this one. And initially smelling it, I thought that I did like this one a bit better. It's definitely fresher on the onset for sure. Now, when I was reading through some of the notes there from the perfumer, what they said was they wanted to make this fragrance recognizable, but they also wanted to make it like an uppercut. Boom! boom, all right, a quick punch and change things up a bit where you can immediately feel it. And I would say that it's there, but now as it's on skin, it's changing up a bit. Now, as you recall, I did spray 2017 on this forearm, but this one is changing up a bit, as well as the 2017 is changing up a bit as well. As I mentioned, 2017 was centered around racing, and you would imagine that some of the DNA between the 2017, the 2012, the 2021 are very similar in their approach, but obviously you're mixing and matching certain notes to bring a different life to the fragrance. Now, some of the notes that probably are more recognizable here are going to be the absence of that iris. Now, the iris is a very prevalent note when you get into Dior Homme lineup, but I tend to miss it in Dior Homme Cologne as well as Dior Homme Sport. Now, in terms of your notes for the 2021 version, there's said to be some notes of Elemi, pink pepper here, there's bergamot, there's frankincense, and some woody notes as it states. But on the 2017 version, there are some similar notes there. There's some pink pepper within there, there's obviously some bergamot, but as I mentioned, in the air, I did enjoy the 2021 a bit more, but now that they are beginning to settle on skin, there are vast differences between 2017 and 2021, and right now I'm enjoying 2017 a bit more than 2021. Now, with 2021 version of Dior Homme Sport, to me, this is the person that's going to look for this one over the 2017. Now, if you weren't a fan of the citrusy aspect of 2017, if you weren't a fan of that playfulness that you got from the sport fragrance, then I would say that 2021 is going to be the one for you. Now, although with sport fragrances, I expect them to be, well, less sophisticated than the original Dior Hommes or any fragrance that you're looking for that matter, I do expect some things. I do expect them to wear a little lighter. I do expect them to be a bit brighter than some of the originals, but this one here does wear lighter. It's a bit bright, as I mentioned in the onset, but as it begins to dry down, there's this earthiness to it, which is probably to be expected. As I mentioned, some of the note breakdown for your base notes here are going to be frankincense and woody notes, and as those begin to pop off of the skin towards the dry down, it changes quite a bit than it did from the top. Now, this first impression, although it's been this way so far, it's not meant to be like a comparison between 2017 and 2021, but I do know it's important for some of you out there, because if you go into a store today, likely you'll see 2017 or 2021, and depending on where you go, they may only have one, and you may decide to purchase one and not both, and want to know which one you should go for. And for me here, the 2021 version is going to be more sophisticated than 2017. It's less playful, so it doesn't have quite as a youthful feel to it. To me, when you spray this one on skin, it dries down a bit quicker than the 2017 version, and it begins to hit those more earthy notes a lot quicker. Now, on the 2017 version, I don't recall everything that's there, but I do know there's pink pepper, I do know there's some bergamot there, and obviously a ton of other fresh notes that you would expect. And obviously I would expect there to be some overlay in between the two. Now, again, if you were in the masses of people who were not fans of 2017 and you're looking for something, then 2021 is probably going to be the right spot for you. Now, in addition to that freshness there, as I mentioned, it comes down to something that's a little more woody and earthy there, and it also has a bit more mysteriousness to it, because as I mentioned, this one is a little bit playful, right? Whereas this one is not as playful. I do think that both of these fragrances would work well in a sporty environment, but if you're looking for a fragrance that could maybe transition a bit quicker from a casual wear to a sporty wear, or vice versa, then the 2021 is probably going to be the way that you want to go. So listen, that's just my first opinions and thoughts on the 2021 version of Dior Homme Sport. Is it a redundant buy if you have a 2017 version? I don't believe so. I think there's probably a space in the collection for each one of them, but if you not into collecting fragrances and you just need to make a decisive decision, I think if you are into playful fragrances, although I do find the 2017 to be a bit more vibrant, it pops off the skin a lot better to me than the 2021, but it could just be me, right? I would go with 2017. But again, if we're thinking back to the things that we said about the 2021, where the 2021 transitions from that casual to a sporty mode a bit better than the 2017 version, then that's the way you want to go there. Again, comparing it to the 2017, I would say the 2017 is better, but that's just my opinion. You may feel differently there. It's a nice fragrance, not comparing it to anything, just going and smelling it. I think that this fragrance is good. I think that the fragrance does fall in line to what you would expect from Dior, right? Now, when I think of what Dior name is, what the heritage and lineage is about behind the entire brand, I feel that this fragrance is very on brand and on trend to what you can expect from Dior. Now, there are a lot of Dior things that are going on right there, especially if you're into that fashion world of Dior. When you look into more of that streetwear division that they've been running with, I think 2017 version fits a bit better into that than the 2021. But that's just my thoughts and opinions of this. Does not necessarily represent the views and opinions of the masses. If you have both of them, I would like to know your thoughts and opinions down below. Or if you just have either one, what are your takeaways? What do you like most? What do you dislike about these fragrances down below? I'm sure it'll help people out. Now, as I begin to wear this fragrance out and about and get other noses on it, I will let you know what that entire feedback is. But for now, that's what I have for you today. As always, I'm your boy, Big Beard B. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend that we are back again. And you already know what I need you to do. Just hit the goddamn bell.